5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, let's analyze what's been working for us. Not a goddamn thing's been working for us. Like this goddamn suit doesn't work for me. And this stinking tie, and this goddamn shirt, it doesn't work for me. You know how to play winning hard-nosed football? You play football like a Gennaro played football. A guy who gave his life for this football team. He was a 140-pound halfback, and he played like a goddamn wild man. No, like a goddamn rampaging beast. And that's the way you're gonna do it. You go out there, you tear their fucking heads off, and you shit down their necks. Let us pray.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Scafachi verse. I am Anthony Scafachi.
And I'm Alan Gegax.
And we are your hosts, and we want to thank you for coming back every single week, and we want to invite you, please, to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment, rate the show, tell a friend, share.
I'm in favor of all those things.
Yeah, those are all things that will help us help you.
That's right.
It's not just about us.
No.
Right?
It's never been about us.
No, dude, trust me. We're not making any money on this damn thing. In fact, we's in the red,
Yeah,
so to
that's
speak,
true.
right?
We're in the red like the ass of a baboon.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it just bring us a little closer to that fucking break-even line.
Yeah.
Share this thing, man. Help us out, okay?
That is helpful.
Hey, Al. So I got a great episode for you today, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
We do. We do. And before we get into our episode, we should do our stadium
we have a
polls, right?
stadium
You got
polls
something
today?
you're fired up about.
Oh, I am very fired
It's
up.
great because I don't know what's coming.
No.
Just like you, dear listener.
Yeah.
It's going to be
But do
fun
we-
We do.
We have a sponsor, please.
Before Anthony gets angry,
Yeah.
we have something that makes us happy.
Okay.
And that's Jugs Milkshakes.
Yes.
Who doesn't love Jugs?
I don't know anybody.
All right, go for it.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
thought
so
there was
now
more
be
to
pissed
that.
off. No, that's enough.
Okay. So, my son, right? He recently
Yes.
started playing Little League baseball. Okay, and he's playing coach pitch. He
Right.
skipped t-ball, but there's some
What a
kids
champ.
on this team that
Yes.
should not have skipped t-ball. Okay, there's a couple of kids who. One, it's pretty forgivable. She is very young, right? And the expectations are that like maybe she won't be a good baseball player. Girls, they do dancing.
Maybe she's not going to get into the
Things
major
like
leagues.
that. Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
mean, but there's some boys, right,
Mm-hmm.
that are just utter fucking
They're garbage.
right? There's this kid,
Hey, your kid's garbage.
right, who every time he swings, he
Yes.
swings like a golfer, like at the ground.
Oh, that's not
right?
good.
And
The
but it's every time at every pitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The pitcher's got to start sending him in low. The
we're
coach
like
is pitching.
3/4 of the way through the season now.
Right. He hasn't figured out how to
There's-
raise that bat.
and he's watching every other kid bat.
Right.
And so, like, what
Do you
the hell's
think
going on?
Somebody gives that kid a talking to? Like,
Dude,
hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm watching the game.
Right.
And this is where I want to get up. I want to ask, hey, where's your dad?
Yeah.
Right? And then I
goes-
want to pull
show him the
Dad-
back of his hand.
Yeah, aside and be
Yeah.
like, I know you see this.
Right.
You can't afford to buy a tee and show this kid how to swing level.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if he closed his eyes and just swung level.
Right.
At least he's not swinging at his own goddamn
Right.
feet.
He is never going to succeed doing
No,
that.
and it's so frustrating, man. And I know it's coach pitch Little League, dude. There's nothing on the line here,
Right,
But
right.
dude, it's just so frustrating. Take your kids, if you put them in any type of sport, take them out.
Have a
Hell,
catch.
yes, do something.
Right. That used to be something that parents did for their kids in bondage.
Hell, all
Yeah.
right. That's it. Jesus Christ, it's so bad.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right,
Let us pray.
yeah, seriously, right? Let us.
So
pray.
let's talk about where that clip comes from
Yeah.
and why we chose it for today's episode.
Yeah, so you may have noticed our cold opens have changed.
Yes.
Right, we decided to get a little less no context, reading some shit we wrote that you
Right.
guys can't figure out what the fuck any of
Yeah.
it means.
Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah, even though we like it,
Yeah.
we said, you know what, this it probably doesn't help our audience.
Yep.
So we switched to things you might recognize.
Yes.
Right?
And that is from one of my favorite movies of all time, Necessary Roughness.
And it is such a great moment.
It is.
Right? And, dude, it is going to really drive this episode.
Right. Because the North Texas or the West Texas Screaming Eagles.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, they're modeled after North Texas.
Yes.
I think they're Texas State, or it doesn't matter.
doesn't
Whatever
matter.
fictional team they are, they're absolute garbage.
Yeah.
They're a terrible team.
Yeah. And so that is the
theme of
this
today's
whole
episode, right?
I like to think of it as the last great dynasty.
There you go.
Of
EA,
2026. Of 2026.
Yep.
At this point, you've done it all, man. You've been playing this game since it came out.
Yeah.
And people are always like, oh, I'm bored.
Right. Maybe you started out taking Alabama to the national championship in year 1 or 2.
And then you drop down to like Georgia.
Right. Right.
And then after that,
maybe
it was
Georgia Tech
Ohio
if you're slumming
State.
it. Yeah.
Right.
But now it's time to really test your mettle.
Yeah.
And so anybody can tell you what the worst teams in the game are because you can just look at their overall rating.
Sure.
That's easy.
But that doesn't tell the whole story.
No, it doesn't, because there's a lot more to playing with a bad team. Like I'm going to call one out right off the beginning.
Okay.
One of the worst teams in the game is Missouri State.
Yeah, they're bad.
But I would never tell you to play with Missouri State because it sucks for a couple of reasons. There's nothing interesting about Missouri State that I can figure out. They've got maroon as their main color, and then that's really it.
Yeah,
I'm big on uniforms.
You need something
They don't
more.
have cool helmet options, and they're bear, right? For a bear is a garbage mascot because it's too common. It's not interesting. It's generic.
Yeah.
And dude, the bear looks like it was drawn with a graphics card from an Atari 2600.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Put some effort into it.
We covered cool mascots in our episode. Mascot
Missouri State
Deathmatch.
ain't on there.
Yeah, Missouri
even
State
though they
wasn't
have a
one of them.
bear.
Yeah.
That bear ain't taking
He
on
got
anybody.
just lumped in with the rest of the bears.
Yeah, I don't think that bear could even beat Frogger.
So
So we're not looking at just a bad team. We're looking at a bad team that's interesting, that's going to be fun to play, that's going to bring something to the table.
yeah, or they're just so bad that it's really the biggest challenge there is.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And so
You want to start with a team like that?
So the one that most people come up with as the absolute hardest team to build is the Akron Zips.
It's so weird because they're in Ohio. You think it would be a fertile recruiting ground.
But here's the problem: is even if you do get a good recruit,
Yeah.
Ohio State's going to take them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame.
And Michigan.
Yeah, they're
all
going to
these-
suck those recruits right out from under
They're
you.
going to leave for higher.
Right.
For a better, the grass is going to be greener everywhere else.
So, like, if you pick Hawaii, which I do recommend, by the way, then at least you're going to get campus lifestyle. Nobody's going to take that away
they got
from
a
you.
lot going for it.
And proximity to home, there's no other school that's going to take that from you.
No.
And so at least you have those things going for you. But in Akron, if you have proximity to home, so does Ohio State.
Yeah, so does everybody else.
You're right.
Penn
And
State.
so, you're
and
fucked.
so the Akron Zips, they have terrible pipelines. Just terrible.
Right.
It's literally you can recruit from your own backyard. And that's about
against
it.
those monsters.
Yeah, against those monsters.
Right. And then that's pretty much
and
it.
They're one of the lowest rated, if not the lowest rated. I think they're like a 61 or something like that
terrible.
to start. Yeah, they don't really have anything going for them. Like, I don't even think their local cable channel carries their game. Like,
Right.
yeah, they don't
They
even
come on
get,
right after Wayne's World.
yeah, something like that. Like, you catch them with an antenna standing outside your yard
Yeah.
or something. Like, hey, we got the Zips on.
Yeah, if you can still get UHF,
Yeah,
then you
and
can.
I mean, their uniforms aren't really that
No,
great.
now see,
They're
this is where
okay.
we're going to part company.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the things that I like about playing with Akron is they've got blue, gold, and white,
Yeah,
and there's
they're
decent
not bad.
combinations.
And they do
They're
have
not
some
bad.
good combinations.
Yeah. But the thing that I really like about them is Mr. Zip.
Yeah.
Mr. Zippy, which is, for a long time, I thought it was a kangaroo. But it turns out it's a donkey.
Yeah.
Or maybe I have it backward. Maybe I thought it was a donkey and it's a kangaroo. Either way,
Yeah.
it's a cool mascot.
But yeah.
It's different.
But I think, if you're looking for that last great challenge, that's a good place to start looking. Is maybe Akron is a place where you can go and you're not going to win right away.
Zippy is a kangaroo.
Yeah, you're going to win. You're going to win eventually because we're all going to win eventually.
Right, right.
But that eventually is a lot further down the road.
It is, and it's fun along the way.
Yeah.
You ever seen a kangaroo box?
No.
It'll fuck some people up. It goes back on its tail and kicks.
You know, and that's the big thing about these last great dynasties.
Right.
Is when you finally start to get good.
It's so satisfying.
Well, and it also gets really, really funny, right? Because like,
right.
It gets really funny because on no planet is Ohio State coming to Akron to play a game. Right.
And on no planet would Akron steal a 5-star recruit from Ohio State.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
Right. But when that starts to happen.
When it starts to happen, you can just laugh to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Penn State coming to Akron, big game. We're number 7. You know, Penn State trembling in their fucking boots.
Oh,
right?
good times. Yeah. So obviously Akron we recommend. I want to talk about the last great dynasty. For you, it's always the first great dynasty, or maybe second, Buffalo.
Yeah, I like Buffalo. I like it. It's one of those that it's a tough place to play. I like it because I like to play there. The weather.
Okay, do you actually get snow games? Because weather is so rarely comes up in this version.
One of these days, they got to figure out how to make cold places cold.
Right.
Warm places warm.
Right.
Rainy places rain. Right. Snowy places snow. Right. Buffalo is a snowy place.
Yeah. You should be playing in knee-deep snow out there.
At least once a season. Right. I mean, it could fall on a Sunday, but something they got to do.
Yep.
Is when it snows real bad on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or Friday in this case because of college football. Snows really bad on Friday, on the sidelines and stuff.
It should be piled up.
There should be some piled up snow.
Right.
It should be 19 degrees. It should be goddamn cold.
Right.
No, dude. Let me real quick side quest.
Please go ahead.
I started a team builder dynasty with the Barrow Freeze. Right, all the way up there in Alaska.
Barrow, Alaska,
way up there, north place there is. Right, first game in September. You want to guess how warm it was?
Oh, should have been 48.
Yeah, it was 97.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about anthropogenic climate change.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Holy moly.
But this is one of the problems is the team is based in Alaska.
Right.
And it still thinks...
Its computer doesn't get it.
It doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they can't download some basic fucking Weather Channel shit.
Right.
Figure this out. Anyway, okay.
All right.
So... So Buffalo, I like Buffalo. What do you like?
Right.
About
So
them?
this is my first choice team, but it's uncommon is either New Mexico or New Mexico State.
Okay, so New Mexico State is
they're terrible, and they have very little going for them, and they kind of fall into that same problem of Akron in that they can recruit out of Texas,
sure,
but you're competing with Texas, competing with Oklahoma, and so it makes the recruiting very difficult. There's no other really nearby population centers to draw from.
Where are they actually in?
They're in Las Cruces, I think, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yep. And
not exactly football hotbed.
No, not exactly. But dude, good uniforms, which I'm very interested in. Yeah, I'm keen on the uniforms. And then it's an interesting play because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They have a cool stadium. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's
one of the 31,000 seat variety.
Yeah, it's like a small stadium, right? And I really like them because I mean, dude, honestly, it's the uniforms. And I have an affinity to the Desert Southwest generally, but I like playing with them because you have these difficulties, because when they build up, it's so unlikely, and it's fun along the way. And then you've got that built-in rivalry with New Mexico, which New Mexico dominates that rivalry because they're a big Mountain West team. Yeah. Granted, they're at the cellar of the Mountain West,
but still, they're way
better than New Mexico State. And so you start turning that shit around. Yeah. And it says, like the overall series is like 88-32 in favor of New Mexico. Well, now it's 88-38, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
We're coming back on you.
Yeah.
That should be a Frank Cobble goal, is to play that until he tips the balance in favor of New Mexico State.
Yeah, he would do it.
He would.
He'll play 60 straight years there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he could get 60. Could he do it? Is he within 60?
Well, in the new game, it's 30 something, I think.
Yeah.
Either way.
But he still plays the old game, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. We'll ask him about it. Yeah. Hey, man, can you do one for New Mexico State?
Yeah.
You got plenty of free time, it appears.
Yeah, clearly. He just hit the 20-year mark with Kansas. He made a post about it this morning. Yeah.
All right, so what's another bad team you like?
Kent. Now,
the Golden Flashes. Dude, another good mascot. Or a good nickname
to
anyway.
To me, Kent is one of the big dogs of the bad team.
Okay.
Like last great dynasty kind of locations. Mm-hmm. Right? First, the Kent Golden Flashes have some fire uniforms.
Yeah, the blue and gold.
Yeah, they have some really good uniforms, right? Yep. They're Kent, which they are the bottom of the barrel of like historically bad.
Yeah, they've been bad forever.
Like college
barely
football
hanging on to
programs.
Division One.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're the type that when a Division II team comes to town, the Division II team is favored.
You're right, exactly. Yeah.
And so if you go there and start building, I've gone there a couple times with Road to Glory guys, just to see how bad things really are.
Right.
And then my Road to Glory guy moves out. Like I just like, you know what? I don't really feel like playing college football anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Dude.
And yeah, it's not you, it's me. And then I leave. Right.
Right.
But dude, they are so bad. And like so they're another Ohio. Where you would think, oh, we're in Ohio, gonna do okay. But dude,
it's a lot of the same problems that Akron has.
Yeah, and so building there is really tough because let's say you land that 4-star guy.
Right.
Right, he's probably not staying.
Yeah.
Right, because unless his deal breaker is likes to suck, right? He's got an A+ and not winning, then he's gonna go somewhere else. And so that's the problem: is you lose these guys year after year after year, which makes that build really hard because you're really just building on the backs of only like max 3-star guys.
Right.
Right, and that's it. Like everything else, your play styles and all these different things have to get built up to a point where you can actually keep these guys. And God forbid you get somebody with like academics, like because you can't even help that.
Right.
Like
there's certain things you just can't improve.
Yeah, you
no matter
can't
what.
improve.
Right.
And so like their facilities are garbage. I don't even know if they have a weight room. Right? Maybe they all just have like they give.
They have
like,
a waiting room.
Yeah, maybe they have like everybody that enrolls there, plays football there, gets like a 24-hour fitness pass.
Oh, there you
can
go.
Just go there.
Yeah, that's also where they have to shower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
There's nothing. I mean, it's bad. Like they're literally like practicing on like a dirt field somewhere.
All right. So speaking of dirt,
yeah,
I heard a statistic recently that the most common favorite color in the world of all like the normal colors. We're not talking about puce.
I wouldn't guess that would be a favorite.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not. The most common favorite color worldwide. Take a guess.
Pink.
No, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
Be
I like
serious.
pink. No.
I like the pink.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
no, it's blue.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
that.
it's blue.
It's because it's the sky.
Of the normal colors, the least common favorite color?
Green.
Brown.
Brown. 'Cause it's like poop.
Yeah, I guess. And so for me, brown is actually my favorite color.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's because I've lived in the desert too long.
Sure.
And
then, there are some pretty browns out there.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I like to say that there are many subtle shades of brown in the desert.
Yeah.
But there's really only 2 brown teams on the game. Can you name either of them?
No.
Okay, one is Western Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Wyoming would be
And
the other.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
So for me, because of my bias for the Intermountain West, I love Wyoming. The brown and gold to me looks fantastic. I think it's a gorgeous team. They play at like 7,000 feet.
Yes, you
which
get
I wish
the altitude would
yes,
matter.
I wish it would matter. Like the other teams' stamina and fatigue, right, would be affected by playing at altitude.
Dude, they can't even make it cold. Now you want them to figure out.
You're right,
like,
the factor for altitude.
Yeah, altitude sickness.
Right.
Yeah.
But dude, I love they have.
They should be another cold weather school.
Absolutely,
right? Where you
they
get to
should.
Snow.
And also in Wyoming, it's windy as fuck.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really factor into the game either.
That's another thing, man. Is like you can unless that wind's like 28,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The ball doesn't change.
It does when you're kicking, but not when you're throwing.
Yeah, barely.
And but they have challenges similar to the other schools.
Yeah.
The Mountain West is a good middle of the road conference where it's not super easy like when you're in the Sun Belt,
Yeah.
where you can just beat everybody, but it's not super hard. So there's a good balance there. And then the recruiting, dude, there's nowhere to draw from.
California, maybe.
Maybe, but you're a
Washington
couple states
State,
away from
maybe.
California. So
Colorado, maybe.
yeah,
right?
all of your visits are going to be more expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And everything is just a little bit harder. They're kind of the closest that we have to what used to be Idaho, the Idaho Vandals, where they have a lot of the exact same weaknesses, including the small stadium, the atmosphere, all that stuff is all pretty poor. And then for me, uniforms, fantastic. There's some of my favorite uniforms in the game. The cowboy is a cool mascot.
Sure.
And
now Josh Allen came out of there.
Well, yeah, and now there's Josh Allen. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably other notable pros that have come out of there.
I can't think of one.
But yeah,
But let's say that there have been.
Well, I'm sure there has. I mean, he can't be the only one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to go look it up.
Okay.
Right? I'm just saying, though, that he comes to mind as your pro potential, but that's it.
Right. So this is another fun one, too, because I would love it if in the game, you get Miami to come to Wyoming.
That's the fun part.
It is. And then I would love it if after every play, all the Miami players are leaning over, gasping for air because they come from sea level. That would be awesome, but they don't.
And these are the things that to me make it more fun is when your team starts to finally get good.
Right.
And maybe you're ranked and stuff like that. And you're having these big games. See, I get into all that.
I'm
the nerd who gets into this and has fun. Now, I'm not the guy who one time, remember there was a guy, I can't forget, but he started buying, every time he did a Dynasty, he would go buy a helmet, a jersey.
I do remember that.
And he would hang them up and take pictures. And dude, this guy was all in on
whatever team he happened to be
whatever
playing.
team he happened to play, he would buy their gear and wear it and stuff.
Right.
Dude, I'm not there yet.
Right. But I get the mentality.
But dude, I
get
love it. I mean, I love that guy. I love the idea. I love
there are
100% into it.
Teams that I've come to be more fans of
100%.
from playing. I'm sure you're that way with Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, now I'm really into the
Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders, dude. Give me more.
Right.
All right, Monsters of Murfreesboro.
Exactly.
Dude.
Would you consider them a bad team that's worthy of this?
They're a little too good. I mean, they're bad.
Right. But not bad enough for this list.
But they're not bad enough for this.
Right.
For this, I look at the dirt poor, the downtrodden, the teams that other bad teams beat up on.
Yeah.
That's the teams that if you're really looking for that challenge,
right,
then you gotta go bad, to get good, right? To have fun.
There are some that can give you little advantages, like Georgia State, for example. Georgia is an incredibly fertile recruiting ground.
Sure.
And yes, you're recruiting against Georgia, but
the key though, there's places like Louisiana Tech's another really bad one. Georgia State is another bad one. South Alabama. There's a bunch of those. North Texas. San Jose State. There's a bunch.
I'm playing North Texas right now, and it's fun.
Yeah, that are in these big recruiting places. And the difference is, it's not that you're going to get the 4 and 5 star guys, because the Georgias and the Alabamas and LSUs and everybody, they're going to take those guys. But there's so many 3-star guys that are homegrown 3-star guys.
Right. You don't have to fight for them.
Yeah, you don't have
There's enough to go around.
There's just so many.
Yep.
And so you can build these 3-star prestige player level.
And if you have decent thumbs, you can at least be competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
Using those players.
I mean, you could get your team into the 80s just on 3-star guys.
Right.
It's a long build. You're talking 4 or 5 seasons. Maybe here and there you start to snag a portal guy.
Right.
And you start to really make that jump. And the thing is once you get good enough to beat other top 25 teams, now you're in the mix.
Absolutely.
Right? But you still ain't getting those. It's hard. Dude, if you're a guy who thinks you're good at recruiting, I dare you. Go to some of these shithole places and try to get 5.
You won't do it. No
try
balls.
to get top 10 recruit, level stuff out of there. I mean, maybe one day when you start winning natties, right, you're going to get there. But dude, it's going to take a while.
It is,
right?
And so this will tide you over until NCAA 27 comes out.
July's coming.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Plenty of time for somebody to knock out some of these guys who raw dog the game
that's right.
10 games a fucking week at least.
Get after it. Get one of these bad teams. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, quit being a huge pussy. Right? Get out there and, move the fuck off of Tennessee. Oh, but I grew up a volunteer. Yeah. Nobody cares.
And if losing makes you sad, then we have a sponsor that can help with that.
All right.
It is Throat Goat Lozenges. Throat Goat Lozenges are good for what ails you. If you have a tickle in your pipe, Throat Goat takes care of it. But that's only the beginning. The Throat Goat helps with everything. Sniffles, Throat Goat. Colic, Throat Goat. Headache, Throat Goat. Melancholy, Throat Goat. Broken leg, Throat Goat. You name it, the Throat Goat makes it better. Throat goat lozenges are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Throat goat is not a valid legal defense. Throat goat may cause temporary euphoria, mental clarity, excessive feelings of affection, loss of bodily fluids, curled toes, sudden convulsions followed by drowsiness, and or a rash that is not relieved with ointment.
All right. For Anthony Scafachi.
I'm Alan Gegax.
This has been a balls deep production of the Scafachiverse podcast. We are out.